What's up, you guys? So I just wanted to, before getting into this video, give you a quick tour of the hostel that I'm staying at. And for people that are like, oh no, she's in a third world country, she's living in a hut. Yeah, the power goes out a couple times. Yeah, we have these kind of ACs. It's not central. Yeah, it's not a smart home like the one that I fixed up. But it's still pretty okay, and it's pretty it's really comfortable, and there's 2 swimming pools on these rooftops of this hostel that I'm at. So I'm gonna show you some of it. I'm not gonna show you everything. Just as we're doing the videos, I'm gonna try and show you as much of it as possible, because it's everything is just so different than what I'm used to. So anyway, first of all, let me just show you what I'm wearing. I don't know if you can tell. Could you tell that I have any wallet or anything on me? Ta-da! There it is. So the reason that I do that is because the reason that we're able to stay in a place like this and have 2 swimming pools and have full service and have, it's all inclusive. We have housekeeping, we have oh my god, it's just luxury. If this was in the United States, we'd be paying so much money. The reason why we're able to have this is because we're in a different country where for us it's a couple $100s a month, and that's a lot of money for people here. So the people here are seeing these gringos, even though I'm technically not white, but the people here are seeing people coming in with a lot more money than they're used to, and we're basically walking bait for them. We're walking bait. So there's a lot of robberies. It's very common for people to have their passports stolen, their wallets, their phones, whatever they have on them to be just stolen, scammed, stolen. And so we have to be, that's the only thing, we have to be very careful. Even here in this hostel, we have to walk around because there's workers, there's people and you just have to be really careful. So I just want to show you a little bit. I'm not going to show you everything today, but I'm going to try and show you just a little bit before I go and do my stretches for the morning before I go and sit down for work. So this is the bathroom. It's not connected to the room because we don't have a set. It's hostel room. So there it is. There's no vent or AC, so it gets really muggy in here. The hallway. This is outside in Cartagena, Colombia. Very tropical weather, so it's been raining a lot last night. The rooftop. Swimming pool. There is a street that we're on. Alrighty. So this is the best you're gonna get. This is the highest end you're gonna get in this area. And it's still, for one person, a couple $100s a month. And that's pretty good. In the United States, it's gonna be at least, if you were to go this level of luxury, the highest level, think about the highest level of luxury in your town in the United States or in the UK or Australia or anywhere you're at. Think about the highest level of luxury, what you're gonna get in that town, and how much it's gonna cost. I don't even wanna know. So this is really the highest level of luxury in this area, in this town. And there are actually Hiltons, there are Hilton hotels, I think there's a Marriott. There are higher end stuff. If you were to go like down in Boca Grande, so right now we're in Getsemani, which is like the arts district area. So if you were to go down to like, you know, Boca Grande, I think there's even more high-end stuff. But even that, it's not gonna be crazy. So like, it's not gonna be crazy expensive. So someone just walked in, and like, normally if this was back at home, I would feel really self-conscious because, you know, people hear what I'm talking about and whatever, but like most of the people here like don't speak English, so I don't feel self-conscious that like, you know, or at least the workers that are coming upstairs, they don't understand what I'm saying, so I don't feel self-conscious. Not that I'm saying anything bad, but like sometimes I feel self-conscious when people understand what I'm saying. So I guess the things I like about it is like, you know, obviously I get to have like this level of luxury and stuff like that, and there's still like cracks, you know what I mean, in the whole, there's just still cracks in lifestyle. It's still like not perfectly comfortable, like the AC being like those AC things. It gets very muggy. The weather is very tropical, so it's like very rainy and it's always wet. Like my hair is always frizzy like this. I'm so glad I didn't bother bringing like a blow dryer or anything like that, because like it would just get ruined every time I did it, and it would be like really, really heavy, so to carry it around. So traveling light, I'm really glad I'm traveling light. Really glad that, you know, I'm kind of not looking so crazy fancy, whatever, because I don't want to be a target. But it's also not something that I would necessarily do long term, and the reason for that is because there are a lot of little things that are missing. Like, for example, we've been looking for a nightlight. Like, no matter where we go, we can't find a store that sells a nightlight. If I lose my AirPods, I can't find earphones. Like, they just don't have like a lot of things that we have in a first world country. Like, they just don't have it. They don't have like Sephora nearby. You know what I mean? There's so many things that just don't exist nearby that I'm used to having. There's like no Amazon delivery. At least if there is, it's gonna be a lot harder. I don't know how they're gonna get, like, there's just so many things that they don't have that we have at home. So the accessibility, the Uber on the way here cost $5. Actually less than $5. It was like $4.30 to get from, like, it was like, I think it was like a half an hour drive from the airport. So, but there's Uber, so that's cool, you know. What else? I guess I would really want you guys to ask questions. Like, tell me if you have any questions about like the lifestyle. I don't have a gym nearby, and there was a gym that we passed by on our walk the other day, but it's like, it's kind of shitty. Like, you know, I would much rather just go walking. Do stretches. I brought my stretch bands here, so I can do stretches up on the rooftop. And whew, it smells good. Yeah. And then another thing is, like, when we eat out, the best place to go eating out is going to like a mom and pop shop, which I'm gonna try and film some of it, and I think I filmed some of it for you guys earlier. Like, mom and pop shops where like the cook and the owner and the waitress, it's all the same person. Like, it's all literally like one couple, and you're like eating in their house basically, and they make you food. You tell them what you want, and they make it for you, and then they charge you. Like, it's just so different, and there's like no tax. Like, there's no taxes or there's no digital trace. You literally just go to someone's house, they make you food, and it's like, it's just everywhere. You see it everywhere. You just like walk, you know, there are official restaurants where they'll try to like upcharge you, and they'll try to make it look fancy and westernized, but there are plenty of mom and pop shops that that Westerners don't feel comfortable going to, so that's why they're so cheap. And you literally go to like someone's house or in their front yard, and you tell them what you want. They make it for you, they bring it out for you, and they charge you like a tiny fraction of the amount. It's like literally like pennies, you know, compared to like, so it's just cool. It's cool to be able to do that. It's cool to not, I feel relaxed. I don't feel worried about my burn rate. I mean, in my other videos in Dallas, all I was talking about was money, money, money. I'm not even thinking about money, like, because it's just like a different pace. That's all I have to say for today. I'm gonna go downstairs now because we're gonna go on our walk. I don't know if you can tell, but right there's water, and then there's land, and then there's water. There's like a lot of water. It's very tropical, this area. Okay, I actually have a few minutes before I go. One thing I'm gonna say that I will warn against for people that are like traveling to another country like this is like, in the areas where where it's very touristy, like this area, if you go to like the official stores, they're gonna try to charge you as much as they possibly can. They're gonna charge as much as Westerners pay, and a lot of the prices are gonna be kind of high and actually comparable to your prices of things back home. So you might, and this happened in Peru. When I was in Peru, I was like, oh my God, like I'm going around and there's like people that don't have electricity, there's people that don't have running water, and that's like a big, huge portion of the country doesn't have electricity or running water. But then, and you're going to this like really, you know, dinky looking store. You're going to these stores that are kind of like, you could tell that it was cheaply built. Everything is dinky looking, but they're still charging you US prices, and you're like, why? Or maybe not US prices, but close to US prices, and you're like, how? Why? And it's just because you're in an area where a lot of tourists go, and a lot of like Westerners are like, you know, happily, gladly paying these prices. So I would say the way to benefit the most is to go a little bit out of your comfort zone. No matter where you are, you're gonna have to go a little bit out of your comfort zone to get like the good stuff, I think. Like even here where we're at, like we're paying way higher than what the locals would pay for rent, you know? House for sale. How much do you think it costs?
I don't know. Let's look it up. Find it listed somewhere.
Okay. Is it dangerous? Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Go pet it, see what it does.
Oh my God, no way. Wow, this is a cemetery. One thing I noticed is like everyone here is wearing a mask. And it kind of makes me sad because I feel like they probably like taught everybody that they're gonna die if they don't wear a mask.